You think a yacht lawsuit is just drama between companies. You're wrong, because once legal documents enter the picture, it is no longer about opinions, marketing, or online content anymore. It becomes about evidence, claims, and consequences that can quietly reshape reputations, business deals, and even how the entire yacht content industry operates. And if you ignore what's actually inside these court filings, you risk misunderstanding the entire situation, and worse, you risk believing the loudest version of the story instead of the most accurate one. But if you stay with me through this breakdown, you're going to understand exactly how to read between the lines of this kind of legal dispute, what matters in the documents, what doesn't, and how experienced industry watchers separate signal from noise. This is not about taking sides. This is about learning how to see clearly when the internet gets loud, emotional, and confused. Let's go step by step. Pacey 1. Understanding what this case is actually about. Step 1. Separate content from court filings. Before you even look at claims or reactions, you need to understand this difference, why it matters. Online content about yacht creators, shipbuilders, or influencers is often edited, summarized, or emotionally framed. Court documents are structured, formal allegations and responses. What can go wrong if you skip this? You might treat commentary as fact or assume a headline represents the full legal situation. Pro tip, always ask yourself, is this a verified legal filing or someone explaining a filing? That one question prevents most misinformation errors. STOS 2. Identify the parties involved clearly. In this case, viewers are seeing references to NautiStyles-related content creators and Bering Yachts as part of a reported legal dispute circulating online. Why it matters. Legal clarity depends on knowing who is alleging what against whom and in what context. What can go wrong if you skip this? You may mix up creators, companies, or assume responsibility incorrectly, which completely distorts understanding. Pro tip, write it down like a map. Party A versus Party B. Everything else becomes easier to interpret once that is clear. STOS 3. Understand what lawsuit documents actually include. Court documents are not just accusations. They typically include complaints, response motions, supporting exhibits. Why it matters. Each document serves a different purpose. Mixing them up leads to false conclusions. What can go wrong if you skip this? You might treat an allegation as proven fact or assume a defense statement is an admission. Pro tip, if it is labeled complaint, it is a claim. If it is labeled response, it is a rebuttal. That distinction is everything. Pay 2. Reading the allegations without misinterpreting them. Step 1. Focus only on what is being claimed, not what is proven. In cases like this yacht industry dispute, the complaint often outlines perceived issues, disagreements, or alleged breaches. Why it matters. A lawsuit begins with claims, not conclusions. What can go wrong if you skip this? You might assume guilt or wrongdoing before any ruling exists. Pro tip, legal language is intentionally conditional. Words like alleged and claimed are signals, not fillers too. Look for the actual legal basis of the complaint. Most viewers skip this entirely. Why it matters. A lawsuit is not about drama. It is about legal categories like contracts, intellectual property, defamation, or business disputes. What can go wrong if you skip this? You reduce a complex legal issue into a social media argument. Pro tip, always ask, what law is actually being referenced here? That reveals the true structure of the case. STOS 3. Identify what is missing from the documents. This is one of the most overlooked steps. Why it matters. Absence of evidence or claims can be just as important as what is included. What can go wrong if you skip this? You may assume details exist when they actually are not part of the legal filing. Pro tip, Experienced analysts always note what is not said. Silence in legal documents is often strategic, PASY 3. Analyzing responses and defenses correctly, Step 1. Treat responses as structured counterclaims, not emotional reactions. Defendants typically respond with legal defenses, not storytelling. Why it matters. A response is designed to reduce liability, not to entertain or persuade emotionally. What can go wrong if you skip this? You might interpret defensive language as confirmation of wrongdoing or as denial of everything. Pro tip: legal responses often use carefully neutral language. That neutrality is intentional. STOS 2. Look for contradictions between documents, not opinions online. This is where most viewers get distracted. Why it matters. Only contradictions between filings actually matter in legal analysis. What can go wrong if you skip this? You get influenced by social media commentary instead of primary sources. Pro tip: ignore reactions until you have understood both sides of the filing structure. STOS 3. Track what is still unresolved. Most cases remain open for long periods. Why it matters. Nothing is final until a judgment, settlement, or dismissal. What can go wrong if you skip this? You may assume the situation is concluded when it is still evolving. Pro tip: if there is no final ruling, treat everything as in progress, not decided. PASY 4. Understanding why yacht industry disputes escalate publicly. Step 1. Recognize reputation sensitivity in luxury industries. Yacht brands and creators rely heavily on trust, aesthetics, and perception. Why it matters. Even small disputes can become amplified because audiences are emotionally invested. What can go wrong if you skip this? You might think the scale of online discussion matches the legal severity. It often doesn't. Pro tip: in luxury niches, perception spreads faster than facts. STOS 2. Understand the role of content amplification. When yacht walkthroughs, reviews, or creator content are involved, audiences often amplify interpretations. Why it matters. Content creators unintentionally become part of the narrative ecosystem. What can go wrong if you skip this? You assume content equals endorsement or legal responsibility. Pro tip: showing something in a video is not the same as legally validating it. STOTS 3. Distinguish business dispute from personal conflict. Many viewers merge the two. Why it matters. Courts only evaluate legal relationships, not personal opinions. What can go wrong if you skip this? You misread business disagreements as personal attacks. Pro tip: ask, is this about contract terms or personal disagreement? That changes everything. PAY 5. How you should actually interpret this as a viewer. Step 1. Prioritize primary documents over commentary. Why it matters. Primary sources are the closest thing to factual grounding. What can go wrong if you skip this? You become dependent on secondhand interpretations. Pro tip: if you can't read the document yourself, look for multiple independent summaries before forming an opinion. STOS 2. Avoid final judgments until resolution. Why it matters. Most legal cases evolve significantly over time. What can go wrong if you skip this? You lock into a narrative that may later prove incomplete or incorrect. Pro tip: experienced observers stay flexible, not fixed. STOS 3. Separate entertainment from legal reality. Why it matters. Online yacht content is often cinematic and curated. What can go wrong if you skip this? You confuse storytelling with evidence. Pro tip: ask yourself, is this entertainment framing or legal documentation? That question keeps you grounded. PAA 6. Mistakes viewers must avoid right now. Mistake 1. Believing headlines without reading context. Headlines compress complexity into emotion. Mistake 2. Assuming allegations equal proof. They do not. They are starting points, not conclusions. Mistake 3. Ignoring legal updates after initial news. Most important developments happen after the first wave of attention. Mistake 4. Mixing commentary with documentation. This leads to distorted understanding. Mistake 5. Taking sides too early. Once you commit emotionally, you stop analyzing logically. Ending: what you should do next. If there is one thing you take from this breakdown, it is this. In cases like the NautiStyles and Bering Yachts legal dispute, the truth is not found in the loudest opinion. It is found in the structure of the documents, the sequence of claims, and the way each side responds over time. Stay with the process, not the noise. Before you leave, ask yourself this. Have you ever believed a viral story online only to later realize you were missing key context?